All right, Francis Waitai,
Jeez.
awesome to have you in here. Shed Life, our first official podcast. So tell me, what was it? Was it only last weekend that you were?
Yeah, last Sunday.
Last Sunday. So it was Dan Hooker's fourth event. What was the official, what was he calling it?
The King of Knockouts.
King of Knockouts. That's what I thought about it. Epic. And so, no spoiler alert. How'd you go?
I won it.
You won it, yeah.
No, it was good.
It was awesome. But then I saw as well, how much notice did you have before that?
Yes, I got the call up late night Thursday from Sean, from
Yeah.
Coach, and I paused for like a second, and I was like, "Yep, I'm keen."
Yeah.
That's just-
Anyone, anywhere, eh?
yeah. And I was keen, and then I was actually they had a weight limit for it was 80 kgs. I was 85 at the time when I was on the phone,
Yeah.
and then so I had to cut all that weight,
Yeah.
and then come Sunday.
Yeah, so did they have a weigh-in? I'd wondered that because you're
we
looking...
had to weigh in. We
Yeah,
had to weigh in before, and then we got an hour from weigh-in till fight time.
nice. So you finished up training on Thursday?
Yep, finished training Thursday, got home, and then I was just lounging about, and then got the call up. It was like 9:30, I think, quite late.
Yeah.
And then,
And so they had someone pull out? Or because what was it?
Someone pulled out.
Yeah.
Someone pulled out, and then they were looking for someone else, and then,
And your name, yeah, so got thrown into it.
Yeah.
And so what was it like? Where was it?
It was at the Coast to Coast Bike Club
Yeah.
in Huntley.
Yeah.
It was, it was pretty hard out, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always sort of wanted to venture out and try different things in sports, like combat, and this was my only chance that I thought that I could get.
Yeah, it's very cool. You see a lot of the guys overseas and they might jump between a bit of boxing, a bit of UFC or MMA, and then I haven't really followed it much, but there's that whole bare knuckle thing going on as well. But so how many fighters in total?
There was 32.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So 32, so 16 fights 16.
Yep.
And then...
So all up, you have 5 fights.
Yeah, sweet. So so how did the first fight go?
The first fight was a good warm-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it got me fired up anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never seen you. I was watching the final one. I'd never seen you so fired up. I've watched plenty of your fights. I even commentated one of your fights. That was cool. But you've always been this precision, going about the business, taking the time.
Yeah, sort of brought something else out of me, I guess.
Yeah, would you? And was it a mindset shift then to go from, because you're normally boxing 10 3-minute rounds at the moment.
I just thought, on my way there, I was like, oh, well, I usually fight the last minute of my fights real hard.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'll just have to think that it's the last minute of my fight.
Yeah.
That's sort of how I thought it.
Yeah, nice. And was it the, because I was saying before, and I think it's Dan's come up with a bit of a genius idea, really, is 1 minute rounds. Because I've been around, I've had some, corporate boxing is often sort of 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Pros are 3 minutes, and you get these gaps in between. And when you're dealing with pros, obviously it's a sport and it's a sweet science. But you could see with these guys in the clips that I've seen before is they go hard for 10 seconds or they sort of come in like charging bulls, lots of swinging haymakers, and then they come apart. Was that sort of when you were able to just use the fitness?
Yeah, I always back myself off my fitness, and I sort of know that people only have like 10 to 15 seconds of a hard outburst in them too.
Yeah. So would you just try and wear that and then look for the opening, or was you just...
It's all a rush.
Or was it just like,
just hit them more than they hit me?
Yeah, and slide it in. No, that was very cool. And so first fight, so was it, what was the, because I know I can't actually remember. I know he had a convict one, he had the one with the ladies, he had the first one was, I can't remember what it was called actually. What was the idea behind the King of the Knockouts? Obviously it had to be under 80 kgs.
It had to be under 80 kgs. And then they wanted on your record to have knockouts.
Oh, yeah.
You needed to have knockouts on your record. And I didn't have any. I got one stoppage.
Yeah.
But and then they just wanted me in there, so I just jumped in.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's we'll talk about some of the fights that you've had in the past and what's coming up later on. But I know the last one I was watching versus Mickey Howell, and I said in like junior fire, and I've said it to a few people, is the Punisher. Is if you take a fight with Francis Waitai, you could be you're in for 10 rounds of punishment. You're not sending anyone home early. So what was it like then? So was it the smaller gloves, or was it just the aggression to just like you knew you had to get them out of there?
Yeah, I think the smaller gloves played a big part in them too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never fought in those before.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah. How was it fighting in those ones?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I thought it might be a bit hard, but no, it was normal.
No, it was just sweet and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no issues, because it was just proper MMA gloves, so the fingers and that.
No, the hands are good.
Yeah.
Good as.
Nothing, no issues with the knuckles?
No.
No, so you come through. So first fight, talk us through the first fight. What happened there?
Yeah, first fight it was a bit of a rush. He came out hard too.
Yeah.
We were both just going hard, and then I think I just rised above it and caught him with some good shots and then put him down.
Yeah, nice.
That was good.
And then how long till the next one?
I don't know, might have been like 10 minutes.
Really?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, they keep calling out other people. I think it was about 10 minutes, I don't know.
And so are you standing there watching the other fights, or do you go back and have a bit of a breather?
At the back.
Yeah.
I just sat down. I didn't watch any fights.
Yeah.
So every time when it was time to fight, I didn't know who I was up against.
Yeah, just get in there and go for it.
Yeah, I just focused on my own self, As soon as the fight finished, go back, drink water, sit in the shade.
Yeah.
Just calm down, because I was all amped up.
Yeah. Yeah, that must be an advantage, I suppose, as your level of experience, but just being able to sort of rise to such an intense level. 1 minute fight, 50 grand on the line, everything, surrounded by people. It's it's a cauldron, and some people might like, I'll address it now. Like, how is this legal, or what's going on? I've done plenty of martial arts fights, and that there's virtually no difference to when I've been in a Taekwondo tournament on the same size with people standing around the edges. You got a second, you gotta get back in that ring, and you just go for it. And in terms of setups, I almost felt bad on my last few and stopped. It's like you just don't know. Like on a Taekwondo, it was like the weight limit was, I think anything was over 80 kgs was just open weight. And so someone could be 80, you could be a dad that's done it for 6 months, turn up, and then you're fighting a guy who could be 105 kgs, so that's just the benefit of New Zealand. I think that was very cool. So first fight, second fight?
Second fight, that was a good one. That was a bit more technical.
Yeah.
He was a big boy, so I just had to play it out, hit him when he tries to hit me.
Yeah. So did you finish him or get the decision?
Got the decision.
Nice. Just volume?
Yep.
Nice. Yep. Third?
Yeah, same thing. Got the decision for that one.
Yeah.
That was the same thing. Had to pick the right shots.
Yeah.
Because he was a bit crafty too.
Yeah. Were you head hunting, or were you going for the body?
I got told no body shots, because usually that's my favourite punch is going to the body, and I said, should I go to the body? And then, no. Just all head today.
Yeah, all head. They want the entertainment, eh? Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Fourth fight?
This was the semi-final, so there was only 2 fights left, me and this guy, and then the other guy and his opponent. And I don't know, it must have been like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And I stopped him.
Yeah.
He come out hard. He come out swinging on me. And I just caught him with some good punches, and he fell over.
Yeah.
And then so that gave me a break.
Yeah.
Right for the last fight.
Yeah. And how was the last one?
Yeah, the last fight was good. That guy was hard out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just kept coming and coming, but I don't know. I just used all my skills that I have.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was that left cross that got him in the end, eh? You sort of stunned him, and you could just see him coming around. He swung around, and then you just sat back and just popped him the throat.
And he just stood there for a bit, eh?
Yeah.
No, it was good.
At what point of the day did you start thinking, shit, I could win this thing?
The last fight.
Yeah.
The last fight. I was like, oh, yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's a medal on the line.
Yeah.
And so I'd seen a little bit of a cup. So you've got this 1 minute scraps medallion. It's pretty out the gate from a humble man from Paeroa. But so it's some jeweler from South Auckland. He produces
Mr. Money.
Mr. Money.
Yep.
Oh, well, shout out Mr. Money. It looks fancy as.
It is.
And so he's custom made that with the spinner in there.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Oh, that is epic. So after doing it, do you think you'll go back along, watch some more of them, or how is it going to be? I think
I'll put those gloves away, and that's enough of that.
Yeah.
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 It was fun. It was fun. I was glad that I got away with the win, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, you're looking, I mean, it's only we're Friday filming this, so it happened on Sunday?
Yeah.
Sunday? It's only 5 days and you're looking good.
Got a few scratches.
Yeah.
Main thing was my arms. Look, I got bruised up arms.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that just wearing their punches on the arms?
Punching me in the arms.
Was that just the big overhand right they were throwing?
Yeah, I think so, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's buzzy. Yeah, but would you do, after being in it, would you think that they would do anything different, or if they just hit on a winning formula?
No, that's pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
You know, they say it at the start, like, every fight's going to be back-to-back.
Yeah.
You get no rest, you know, so I was sort of prepared for that in my mind.
Yeah. And obviously, you've been in camp, but you're sort of permanently in camp as well. So the fitness just put you through.
Yeah. Well, I was, you know, we have been training. I was training for this next fight, and then we sort of had a setback in the family, and that sort of held me off training for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'd only just been back at the gym last week, and then got that call up, and I just needed it for my own self, for my own mind, just to try and set things right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just went over.
Yeah.
I guess it was successful.
Oh, it was super successful. It was very cool. I think it's also very cool as well as to get that recognition. Obviously, Dan Hooker's there. He's huge. He's got a big fight coming up. I can see he's now interested in your upcoming fights. Obviously, Israel Adesanya was there. Stylebender. Obviously, we love him. Coach Sean was there in your corner, as always. And then his brother, Cairo. I mean, I think Cairo's been part of it the whole time. I see sort of on the... where does Cairo fit into it?
I think he helps judge them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Who else in the fight game, New Zealand fight game, was there? Anybody else?
There was heaps of people. All the fighters that were there, they're all fighters.
Yeah, so they were... Yeah.
Like they've just fought in like the King of the Ring. They had the King of the Ring champ there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they...
so the current King of the Ring champ was there, and when did he go out?
Oh, he got stopped.
Good.
Yeah. He got stopped good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was his third fight.
Yeah, wow. So that's it. Like, this isn't Francis. You didn't get the late call up to fight, 31 dads that are trying to have their first corporate match or something.
This is real fighters there.
Yeah, real pros really getting into it. That is epic. Boxers, kickboxers, MMA, mixture?
There was a few boxers and, heaps of MMA fighters, I think.
Yeah, wicked. So, in terms of that, is anybody, obviously Coach Sean in the corner, but that you want to thank that was in behind the team? Nas?
Yeah. Family,
Yeah.
Family just to back me before, it was a last minute thing and I didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
And then, my partner went around and told a couple of people in the family, and then they all come over all nervous as everyone was nervous for me.
Yeah.
What are you doing? No, I'm just going to go and do this, test myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there any thoughts? Because I haven't been seeing and reading a fair bit in the comments. It's like, man, Francis got a championship fight coming up in December. What's he doing here? What was the thought process?
Well, when I answered the call and I said yes, yep, I was fired up, keen for it. And then, the next night I was thinking about all of that. It's like, yeah. Like, chucking it all on the line, my reputation, everything.
Yeah. But well worth it. I suppose that, well, obviously it's been well worth it. And is that how you would normally, when you approach things, is just give it a crack?
Yeah. I just like testing myself,
Yeah.
And anything.
And where do you think that came from? Is that something that you've developed over the time, or do you?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've just built it into myself.
Yeah. So were you initially confident to do these sort of things, or how would you, for someone listening or watching, thinking, damn, that's confident. 2 days, Thursday night to get the call up to do this and to say yes, but how have you built that mental strength over time?
Just, just within the last year, I've just changed my whole mindset on how I do things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just keen for anything.
Yeah.
Keen to give anything a go.
And what's changed in the last year?
Yeah, well, last year we lost my dad, and it was real hard for me. I went down to a dark place.
Yeah.
And I was, stuck for a while, for a long time. And Coach Sean rang me up and said, bro, you got a fight here. Here's a fight here.
Yeah.
And he just chucked me back in there, and I wasn't keen. I told him, nah. And then just ended up being pushed back to the gym.
Yeah.
And it was the right thing to do.
Yeah. And so, rest in peace to Jack, and I think that would be it for a lot of people, if you're lucky enough to have a good relationship with the parents, and even if you don't, is obviously it's tough to lose, and losing early, for it. But it was the callback, having someone like Sean to be able to
just change my mindset. My whole way of training changed. The way I thought about training changed.
Yeah.
Like pain changed.
Yeah.
I don't really take much pain anymore.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Is it just that you're able to bottle it away, or you just know that you've got to...
There's a lot more worse
out
there.
Yeah, I think that's...
Like what's a little, bump and bruise,
Yeah.
I'm all right. Still breathing.
Yeah.
Can still move, can still walk.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still with us all. Yeah, I think that... Yeah, that's quite a huge one. For a fighter, but for just anybody, is to realise, hey, nothing's for granted.
Yeah.
I think this all the time as well, is nothing's for granted in life. As people often tell, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, or I'll do it in years, and you're like, you don't know what's around the corner.
Yeah,
like if things are going well, right, I'm often that. If things are going well, ride the wave, ride the momentum. If it's not going down, knuckle down, work hard.
And things were going well for the boxing.
Yeah.
And then this call-up was like just an opportunity, I guess.
Yeah.
I definitely earned that opportunity to get that call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those things is you got the call because you'd earned the opportunity. And I'm keen to see it as well as like that career growth is just earning, earning it, but seizing the moment.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that. Sometimes it works out well, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I think, a couple of guys, one you would probably know quite well, is David Nika. He was, putting in the work.
Yeah.
And then he took that Jai Otapai. Jai, yeah. Feel free to correct me. I only read them. I mean, good on David.
Yeah.
I think it's the right thing. I saw that and I was like, well, this will be a tough ask. He's confident, he's backed himself. But what would you do? What would you have done if you'd been in that situation? If you got that sort of call up?
I'll take it.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come around
Not for
again.
Jai, because he's a lot heavier than...
Yeah, for sure.
For my own weight.
Well, maybe if they put enough zeros on the end of it. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, Jai's a monster.
Yeah.
But so is David.
Yeah.
I mean, David's like 6'3" or something, and he cuts down massively. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's for anybody is, if there's an opportunity, take it. You don't assume that the opportunity is going to be there tomorrow.
I just didn't want to think the next day, see the winner, whoever the winner was, and I think, what if?
Yeah, what if?
I didn't want that. I didn't want that feeling, so I thought, let's go.
Awesome. And so, let's just take it back. Where did it all begin from you? Like, where, hometown, school, Paeroa?
Yeah, so I'm from Paeroa.
So born and bred Paeroa?
Yeah.
So just, so you're around the corner from the marae?
Yeah.
And what was it like growing up in Paeroa?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Yeah. Yeah, Paeroa gets an interesting rap. Like it can get, but it's always like a nice little small town. So whereabouts did you end up going to school? So all through Paeroa?
I went to Paeroa Central.
Yeah.
And then I went to Paeroa College.
So same school that the kids are at now?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. And then I went to Paeroa College, but I actually got expelled from Paeroa College.
But naughty, eh?
Yeah.
Fighter?
Nah.
No.
Other bad things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking that I'm too cool for school. And then I actually got a year off school, stayed home, done nothing. And then I just had enough of that. It was boring hanging out with people, you know, and I was like, oh, this is dumb.
Yeah.
So I enrolled myself back into school, went back to Thames High because they were the only ones that were accepting me.
Yeah.
And then I finished year 13 there.
Oh, nice. And speak to that. There's going to be a lot of young men in particular that will be in your situation. It does my head in a bit is how keen our education system is. When someone's got too much energy, they are being a bit naughty, you know, but is then they kick them out to do what?
Yeah.
You know, sit at home, you know. Let's be honest, sit at home, start drugs, drinking, hanging out with the wrong crowd. It's going to be very hard to go. It's not like there's a whole lot of jobs for 14, 15, 16-year-olds, let alone in small town New Zealand, you know, like, but what sparked in you to say, hey, no, I'm going to go back to school? Because there's not many, and, you know, I think that's, you know, credit to you.
Go this way or that way, and I just remember sitting around smoking weed and all that, and I was just sitting around and I thought, far out.
Yeah.
All these old fellas, and it's like, oh man, this is what it is.
Yeah.
I remember just having that thought, this is what it is, and I was like, oh, nah, I'm not really keen on that.
Yeah. And so that did come to you at that age, and you're like, shit, I can see I can see the future.
You know, and I was missing out on all my friends because I wasn't at school.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to hang out with anyone, only older people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't really like it too much.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think there's it's easy to idolize when you're young. I can't wait to be old.
Yeah.
I say it, I mean, you know, my kids, I've been big on it. It's like, and I say it to all the others that I ever come into it, is enjoy the moment. You're only young once, and you have plenty of time. I mean, you know, we both work hard. We'll talk about that, you know. You're plenty of time as a sort of mature person working, you know, enjoy it and do it. Don't be in such a rush to hang out with us, you know, hang out with your mates, go to the beach, go to the swimming hole, you know, do these things, play sport. And so how were you getting to Thames each day from Paeroa?
I moved there.
Oh, yeah.
My mum is living over there, and she called me up too. She wanted me to try and get back into school, so I said, yep, come over there.
Nice. And so what was it like getting back into Thames? Obviously that must have been out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, it was definitely. I didn't know anyone. I only hung up with myself there too.
Yeah.
The first half a year I think was a bit rough.
Yeah.
Then I finally started making friends again because I just kept to myself.
Yeah. Yeah, since I've known you, how long? I can't quite remember. I've been never seen her, maybe 4 or 5 years. We've known each other. Yeah, you've certainly developed, and like that's at the skills. Your boxing skills were epic then; they're epic now. But the skill of just being able to chat and have, you know, get out there and do it. Yeah. So you play sports then? Were you playing sports at Thames?
Nah, not in Thames and Paeroa. I played rugby. Yeah, all the way. Yeah, you know, from Central all the way to college until I got kicked out, and then I never joined a team in Thames because I didn't know any of the people. Yeah. Yeah, I always think that is a tough one, man. I've seen it as rugby. I played it. I did a lot of coaching with the hockey and brought the boys. So sports is just such a powerful thing to keep the boys. So not only when you're kicking them out of school, you're kicking them out of the education, but you're often also kicking them out of the positive mentorship and the groups of the teams. I just think, I get it. It's no easy answer when, you know, I was troublesome. I've got even more troublesome brothers, you know, like it must be a drain on the teachers, but there's got to be a better way. And so in Thames, when did you run into Never Surrender? Were you like, so what, how did you? I think it might have been around my last year of school. Yeah. When I would have been 17, 18, last year of school, and I was actually doing Taekwondo. Oh, nice. Yeah, I started that because I was trying to find something for ages, and what I was really into was watching movies. Yeah. So for that year that I had off, I was watching heaps of movies, heaps of Bruce Lee, heaps of Ip Man, heaps of Undisputed, and I was just watching these movies over and over again, kickboxing. I used to mimic them and think that I could be these people. Yeah. And then we went to Thames, and I was trying to find something to do, something like along those lines. Made a few mates, and we used to just go spar in the carport. Yeah. That was always heaps of fun. And then, found the Taekwondo, and that was cool. Yeah. And I was passing some bouts. I got a few bouts, and I was ready for a tournament. And then my other mate my mate Pucky, he comes over to me and reckons, bro, there's a boxing gym in town. And I was like, hey, no. And he's like, yeah, come have a look, Tuesday. So I turned up there on Tuesday, me and all my brothers and his mates and stuff, we all went there, and yeah, I never left.
Yeah.
I never left, went in there one day and just, that was it. I was hooked. Never went back to Taekwondo. I went back to Taekwondo and handed in my gi.
Yeah,
like,
nice.
Sorry.
Yeah, bless it. I know. My mate John, he's been my Taekwondo forever. And he's always like, even up until now, he's like, come back and do Taekwondo. And I'm like, just rather go to the boxing club. But it's cool. I think it's, it speaks to, I wonder what it's like. What's your thoughts? Because now I know I was the same when I grew up. I mean, I'm older, but I was certainly had the family issues. And I used to spend a lot of time with me and my mates would watch WrestleManias. So we'd go down to the video store and we'd get it. And I used to just love Hulk Hogan. I would love these guys, the larger than life characters. And I'd just sort of look up to them. Rocky, he was, watch that movie again and again and again. And then it moved to the Bruce Lee. Yeah, man, but I would just envisage how cool would it be to be like those guys. And then the chance to do martial arts and the training. Was that. But you reckon that they're getting the same? Because it'd be interesting, because if it was the same case now, you'd have just been scrolling TikTok all day long, or Snapchat. And so
you don't get those sort of movies and stuff. And,
I suppose then in saying that actually is, and shout out Jazz, she did a bit of a speech on it, is social media. It's for people following, it's follow Francis. Like if you're going to be on it, you can actually see the real life. And to a degree, that's what I got. And, I love to, started to follow Joe Rogan, Ezra Adesanya, Cam Haynes, some of these guys, and you're like, man, every day they get up, they eat clean, they stay sober, they train hard. They're often, I'm 44, they're often, 54, 64, and you're still going hard. And I'm like, I want to be like that. Even some of the heroes from it. Man, I still like Sylvester Stallone. People give him sticks the way he talks. The dude had a stroke at 19 or so. That's why he's like, talks out the side. But he's like 78, still jacking weights, running around, working hard. It's like, shout out to those guys. Speaking of working hard, when did you go back to work?
Tuesday.
So did you have Monday off, or you booked?
I had Monday off, I had Monday off and went back Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I had yesterday and today off. Yeah,
nice. And so, and that's often been the case. I've seen it, fighter on the weekend, back to work Monday. And that's it. It is. Sometimes works the best, sometimes it's not. But I honestly think it's our purpose in life. Like when you're working,
keeps the mind strong, eh?
It keeps the mind strong, and it's what we're here to do. Sometimes people, and this is probably the flip side of the socials, and that is they have this envisagement that, maybe they think me and you are just going to be afterwards, and we're going to be straight into, I don't know what, drinking champagne, like hanging out. It's just work, and I think work keeps you honest. It gives you something to do. It has its moments, but it is the honourable endeavour, particularly if you're the head of a household. Like if you've got to provide for the household, you got to do it. But it doesn't matter what job you're doing, every job's important, and being able to work and do it. But so what's the crew like? Where do you work?
Silver Fern Farms.
Yeah,
no, they're good. They're good.
So there must be a pretty cool, the whole crew at the Meatworks. They must be pretty buzzy for some of them working with Francis.
They were pretty amped when I went there on Tuesday. It was loud.
Yeah.
It was loud when I turned up.
Bit of a cheer. That's I'll shout out to all the team.
Shout out to them, because no one ever knew. Only a couple of people knew that Friday when we told them. I'm like, hey, what are you actually gonna fight in there? Like, why not give it a go?
That's it. And I also say, well done to the other 31 guys that went into it. It's like, give it a go. Like, that's the thing with sports. There's always a winner. There's always a loser. People can get too obsessed with, did I win? Did I lose? It's just like, give it a go. Play a social sport. Go to the gym. Like, you're not going to be awesome the first time around, but you'll get better and better. So circle it back. So Coach Sean was still the coach. Who was? So how long are we going back to? I mean, you're 30. Now?
30 now.
And so what, we were around 17 when
17, I think I was.
So 13 years ago, a few haircuts. So who was at the club then?
There was a lot of people. It was quite busy then. Yeah.
And so, because Coach Sean and his brother had been then trained by his dad, Torture. And so whereabouts was it based then? Was it?
The gym?
Yeah.
It was down in Monotidi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that before I heard they got kicked out from noise complaints from the Karen next door or something?
Yeah, it was a good building. It was a good spot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got kicked out because of noise.
And so did you start, how quickly did you get into the amateurs from there?
I had my first corporate fight, was about a year I had been there.
Yeah, nice.
Or maybe, I think it was like 6 months I had been training there, and we jumped in that corporate fight in Thames.
Yeah.
On the first ever Chaos in the Coromandel.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I fought on there. And then I was going to go for another corporate fight not too much longer after that.
Yeah.
But that opponent pulled out, so we ended up jumping straight into the amateurs.
Oh, yeah. And so what were the chaos, who would have been headlining? I've seen some of the old posters around the gym. There's nothing cooler at a boxing gym than seeing the old posters. And like, who would have been headlining that? Would have been,
it was Cairo.
Cairo was still there. He was going hard for it then.
Fighting for a New Zealand title.
Yeah, nice. Were you on the card when Dave Latelli was fighting there?
No.
Were you just in the crowd?
I was in the crowd for that one because I was already in the amateurs and I couldn't go back into fight corporate or fight pro. I wasn't ready for the pros yet.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, that's cool. And so, amateurs. How was the amateur career?
Yeah, it was good. It was up and down. You know. I think I would have ended up with just over 50 fights in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to go to Samoa.
Yeah, nice.
Compete over there with the New Zealand team. And got to go to Aussie a few times to fight over there. So that was cool.
Cool. And how did you fund your way over to Samoa and Aussie?
Samoa was like they paid some for New Zealand boxing.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, they paid some, and we was like we paid like $600.
Oh,
and
nice.
I thought that was a good
it's
good
great
deal.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, for a whole week to stay there.
Yeah. And so whereabouts were you guys fighting over in Samoa?
I forgot what the place was, a village somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't one of the main big cities, but yeah, it was cool though.
And what were their fighters like?
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, tough.
Tough. Yeah, so I won my first fight over there quite easily. You know, it was points decision. But my next fight, I lost it from a cut. I got a cut on my eye. Yeah, headbutt.
Yeah. Hard Samoan head came in for you.
First cut.
Yeah.
First and only cut that I've ever had.
Yeah. Is that where the mark on the eyebrow there?
Like a little scar down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had to stop that fight. So they made me, there was a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think it's interesting in boxing because on the pro side, and it's changing a little bit now, which I think is for good. People get so obsessive with only winning, but it's good in the amateurs. It's expected.
Yeah.
Even like one of the goats, like Isk and that, you know, like they still have losses as amateurs. You know, like it's a win. You know, you've got to
about getting the experience.
That's it. It's So that's cool over in Samoa. There's another good guy to follow, David Tua. You know, he's relocated from New Zealand back to Samoa.
Yeah.
He's epic if you want inspiration, and you watch him training. He's always got like coconuts and crazy stuff. But he's
cool.
He's awesome. It's still going hard. I mean, he's definitely well past my age because he was fighting Lennox Lewis in like 2000 or something. So, you know.
Yep. And he's in good shape, eh?
Yeah, he's in great shape. He's one of those ones where you're like, oh, you'd be the real deal if he came back and did some sort of corporate thing or something. Yeah, the Jake Paul versus David Tua, that'd be a bit of a bloodbath. Be a bit of the fight of the century versus Shane Cameron. As much as I was shocking on that one. I like Shane Cameron. I was just thinking, I was the one guy, all my mates were Tua. I was like, nah, man, Cameron's got this. He's coming up. He's got the experience. He's going to do it.
Yep.
But man, Tua put it on.
He definitely did.
He showed there's levels to the sport. People often say there's levels to the sport. Yep. And so whereabouts in Aussie did you get to go over for the amateurs?
It was Brisbane.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Went for a tournament over there.
Yeah, cool. How'd that go?
I lost that fight, but good experience.
Yeah.
That was my first time ever on a plane.
Yeah.
I went to that one, yeah.
So you went to Aussie before Samoa?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. And so how many years doing the amateurs before the chance to go into the pros?
I think it might have been like 10 years, maybe. 10 years in the amateurs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sort of just come to the end of it when I was trying to chase the New Zealand title and become number 1 for New Zealand, so I can go and do all these, Commonwealth and all of that, those other things, and I kept losing to the number 1 guy.
Yeah.
I lost to him bloody 3 years running.
Yeah.
Oh. So I got my silver medal for the nationals.
Yeah.
3 of them.
And so who was that?
Ryan Scaife.
Oh, yeah.
I remember him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I lost to him. And then I still carried on trying to compete and try and be number 1, but was slowly coming to the end of that, and Sean just chucked out the idea, wanted to turn pro.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, cool. And what was, if you think back, what do you think was the challenge, or what could you have changed when 3 years in a row, you're number 2, you keep grinding for it? What would current Francis go and tell young Francis to try to do?
I reckon I'll go back and win it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Win every fight, probably.
Yeah.
The way that I am now.
And is that the mindset towards training?
Yeah,
or?
the mindset, yeah.
And so was it just not putting in, like...
I was putting in heaps of effort.
Yeah.
I was always putting in all the effort for it, and just the experience that I have now would win fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just inexperienced.
And I think that's the experience, and that's probably something people just don't take into account is, you hear it, but experience leads to wisdom. But you just don't get it straight away. Like, life is a bit of a journey like that. Like, you don't get it all. Like, if this King of the Knockouts had come up a couple of years ago, do you think you'd have been in the same position to be able to take it on?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, because I imagine that would have been, obviously you've got to have the skills.
Yep.
But then it's that ability to stay mentally strong and not burn out all your energy over that many fights in that period of time. That's huge. And so who was the first, how did the pros go on it? Was it on a Chaos on the Coromandel event?
It was at the War of the Waikato.
Oh, yeah.
One car.
War in the Waikato, yeah.
Yeah. I think, I did headline that one, and that was a good first fight. So I fought another guy who was having his first fight too, pro fight.
Oh, nice.
Good win.
Yeah, good one. And when did you go, when did the New Zealand Championship come up?
That was my next fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, my second fight.
Yeah.
First, Chase Haley. Yeah, it was a scary fight. Scary fight to take, but I worked hard for it.
Yeah. Was that on the Chaos, on the War on the Waikato?
War of the Waikato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we should shout them out. They've got a card coming up shortly, don't they?
Yep. End of the month.
Yeah. End of the month in Hamilton. And so what do you think? I know you can pronounce it and I'll follow it along, because he's had an awesome amateur career. I've seen some of them. And so who's headliner? Emil
Richardson. Yeah.
Emil Richardson.
He'll be turning pro.
Yeah.
And so exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so he's done real well. What category is he fighting in?
I think this one might be light heavy.
Yeah.
But he'll be around the same weight as me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to try and chase you reckon?
Nah.
And is Sheila fighting in that one?
Nah, I'm not sure. She's not on the show.
Oh, okay. And how is it being able to train between, because it's pretty cool that both brothers have got their own gyms, their own shows. So you still go over and train much with Kairos guys?
I just go over and spar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they all fit over there and all keen to go.
Yeah, nice. There's always bodies there.
Yeah, good mix of people, eh?
Yeah. Awesome. And then, so a few more fights locally then? When did you get the first chance to fight on either going to Australia or on the Fight for Life?
It was an Aussie fight first. So I had already had 5 fights here in NZ.
Yeah.
And I was 5-0.
Yeah.
And then we went to Aussie, got the call up for this Aussie fight to fight one of their top guys.
Yeah.
And we went over there and I lost that fight, but it was a good close fight.
Yeah. What do you think happened on that one?
I don't know, just experience.
Yeah.
It was all just building up experience, I guess.
Yeah, it is. And then the next one, Andre, was it? At the Fight for Life?
Yep. Yeah. Fought Andre, and Andre fought on that card that I fought in Aussie.
Yeah.
And he slept this guy too.
Yeah.
He knocked him out good.
Yeah, it was an interesting one with Andre. I mean, it's always tough because I'm so super biased. We'd started just training and we'd just come along to Never Surrender. I think this was just after the COVID time, so it was maybe like summer
Yeah.
2022 maybe, or 2023. I can't quite remember. But, I came along, brought the kids along, Mike, Jack and Jazz, and we're just training along. And then, still a chance. It actually blew me away when we were there. And there was only maybe half a dozen to a dozen people training. We're training out the back of that race course. And you see the posters on the walls and the first few times. And then you're starting to go, hey, wait. That's the same guy that's the poster on the wall about it. Was Cairo's there, and then old David Lower was floating around. Tasman, so Sean coached Tasman Benny as well. So the first ever woman, I think, to win a Commonwealth medal in boxing.
That's cool.
So
that's a big achievement, eh?
Yeah, it's a huge achievement
from a little town too.
Yeah, the mighty Hauraki Plains. And then so Andre, so that was a tough one. I mean, I remember Andre looking pretty disappointed at the end of that match, and then there was no cards revealed.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty pro boxing. But if you could go, would you have some different, would you have a different attitude to that sort of one now, or how would you go with it?
If I was to fight these
if you would you fight Andre again? Is he still active? I know he sort of went overseas and has taken a few losses since then.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's still fighting. Yeah, I would. I would give anyone another go.
Yeah, give that a chance again and avenge that. And then how did that, because it must have been interesting to be 5-0 as a pro.
Yep.
It's all going well. You're sort of fighting on these hometown cards, whether it's in Hamilton or in Thames and that, and doing well. What was it like to suddenly be, well, not suddenly, but to go to Australia and then be on the Fight for Life, like you were one of the main events on it, but not come away with the win. Yep. Like, how did you go home and deal with that?
Oh, when I lost that first Aussie one, that one hurt me a lot. No, I really thought that I pushed enough to win that, and that hurt. And then, so now I'd already tasted defeat, and then I lost to Andre, and it was just like another, oh man, it's just, what's going on?
But then what did you do to sort of get over it? Or?
Just went back to the gym. That's all I know how to do is just keep showing up.
I think that's cool to hear, but keep showing discipline. Just keep showing up. Like, when you don't want to do something, it's not going well. The best thing to do is not to sit around and mope about it. It's just to keep showing up, keep working. Man, just on the work side here, it's been a long winter. Like for us, it just kept raining, things keep going. And you just gotta keep showing up every day, and then suddenly the sun's shining. It's the economies go up, economies go down. Who was after Andre then?
I think I might have fought Josh
Tai, yeah.
And that was a good fight because he just, I don't know, he was in good shape. This was in Thames. He showed up and he was in good shape. This was the first time I fought him, and that was a good tough fight. It
was. I remember being there. He came ready to go. I think that's the thing, is sometimes you see these dudes' records, because you see records like yours, you see these other ones, but people that have never been in the ring, and I'm talking you don't need to be in a pro ring, they've never sparred, they've never even gone to do, like a taekwondo or a karate level, when you're still getting a high yard in the face, they've never done that, and then they talk smack about these guys, and you're like, these dudes turn up to win. They go in there and they go hard.
Everyone has a chance, eh?
Everyone has a chance, and they want to do it. They're proud men, they're proud women. They're going out there, they're doing it for a job. They're doing it for the entertainment, but they are going out there to win. There's none of this. It does my head in when people are like, they're bums. You're like, they're not bums. You have no idea what it would take to last 10 rounds, go 8 rounds. This is as far from a bum as you can get. Josh Tai, when was and the name escapes me a bit, so we picked up the New Zealand Pro Box bout, the WBC Australasia bout, whose dad's toughest. That was a good fight. That was a good stoppage. I should have some show notes, but I don't. Who was on it?
That was actually the bro, Tangiariki.
Yeah.
He was keen to fight, and at the time there was a lot of, hey bro, you want to fight?
Yeah.
These people, Sean and them, were trying to give me fights, and no one was really getting back or keen, and this fighter was keen, so we didn't have to go look. We were just
So he was the Queensland champ. Yeah, so he was the Queensland champ. He had won the Queensland thing of the size of Queensland, way bigger than New Zealand. So he was the current.
Stopped the guy too.
Yeah.
Knocked him out, I think.
Yeah, and he was going to come over, and this was for the WBC Australasia bout. I remember it was in Hamilton. We were there. It was cool. It was fired up, but super fired up. Tell the story. Was there something along? Who's the dad's the tough? There was some sort of smack going on between the kids or something.
Oh, because
so you're related, or it's how was it? How was it with Tongan?
The kids. My partner's sister. Her kids that's their dad.
Yeah.
Zeki was their dad, and he said, tell your uncle that I want to fight him.
Yeah.
And then they come, and I hadn't seen these kids in ages, and they come out to the home and said, my dad wants to fight you. And I was shocked. I was like, just walked in to come say hi, and I was shocked.
Really?
It's the Christmas holiday, and I'm walking in with beers and stuff. Put down the beer. Start thinking, shit, I've got to start training.
Yeah, that was roughly that was like a March or something, wasn't it? Yeah, so that went really well. That was cool. That was a hype night.
Respect to him, though. Respect.
Yeah, respect to anybody that gets in the square, the square circle. And absolutely, like, the training, but the courage it is, and I put this out there when I was watching anybody, like from the corporates or anything, is to be able to step into that ring. You're facing fears and nervousness on a level that you can't really describe when you have to walk out, know that you're getting into the ring against somebody else, and the aim of the game is to knock them, knock them out, deliver as much punishment as possible. And there's no one to save you, like you're not a winger on the end of a thing, and bless like Quinton a winger, like it's not a team sport. You might be training as a team or something, but you got to go out there and back it. So to anybody, regardless of records, it's just showing up is huge. So next, and how was that in your journey? I know that we started hanging out and being involved a bit, but I know that was probably when you're starting to see the business side of it. Like, when did you start seeing, okay, that this is not just
sport anymore. Fighting.
Yeah.
That was hard though, to take in all of that all the other stuff. I still don't really do it now.
I think it's a challenge, and it's actually interesting because it's not only you. As I spent a lot of time with the Waikato rugby guys, and I've been talking to a few of those guys post career, and to be honest, it can be in a sense easier and then harder. Because these guys will go from high school, they'll get picked up, they might still be living at home, they might do some sort of academies, but things are still sort of paid for, and then they're playing in these teams and everything's taken care of, but they don't realize, hey, this is a business. If I'm not building myself some sort of profile, if I'm not delivering anything other than on the field, it'll go over. And there's a huge cost that goes into putting on events, running teams, paying for everything at the background. So, but definitely is working in, I know it would have been one with the sponsors and then delivering it. But how does that, humble, let's call it shy, humble young guy, Paeroa, like interacting with the businesses and the sponsors.
It's just hard. It's hard, but it's like getting easier now thanks to you, just getting me out there and taking me around places. So talking's getting a lot easier. And
What's harder, getting in the ring or getting in and having to have a chat?
The ring, that stuff's easy. I love that stuff.
It's harder. And would that be because that's what you're used to and done with the reps? I think, whatever you do the most reps on tends to get easier. But that was cool to see. Is the next fight, was it the Jack Dempsey?
Jack Bowen.
Jack Bowen,
straight after when I won that. And that was a loss.
And so you took that fight. That was another one of those tough ones, and it's the same again. It's like, I like it. What I've noticed, and it has changed people's opinion, is UFC. is losses don't count for as much in the UFC. People accept, hey man, you can be the greatest and you can still get submitted on a triangle, or armbar. But it's not that big a deal. You can still be fans. And so sometimes even in the UFC, his dudes will go in like a 5-6 match losing streak, and they've still got a fan base. The fans still love them. They're still engaged with it and that. Whereas in boxing, it always used to be as soon as it was a one and done type thing. Is you've got judges. People score things differently, like there's different crowds and that. But after the Jack Bowen, and that was over in Melbourne, and that was another tight one. That wasn't like he would TKO you or something.
No, that fight was good because he was something like 7-0 and 7 knockouts, and then he had lost his last fight.
Yeah,
and I was sort of like another fight to try and come back up against. And I almost had him. It was a good, tough fight, and I grew a lot of respect for that too. Yeah, from a lot of people around.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people had sort of put you into this picture, and in the most respectful way, it's like, oh, okay, here's just another tough Kiwi kid from the, like the provinces. He's had a few, what they might consider easier wins or something, like we can get him in to pad the record of the others. Yeah, and there was a lot of respect across the Tasman, I think, which made it harder to get fights. But it's like, oh no, Francis Waitai is not, he's not no walkover. He's going to make these guys work for it. And then after Jack Bowen, but same again. So how did, no doubt it hurts. You travel there to Melbourne. It must have been, who would it have been? Coach Sean Nas, Dad, and there. So how do you pick yourself up after that?
Oh, I'd been there already, so it was sort of, just go back to the gym and keep trying.
Go back.
Got to keep trying, eh?
Yeah, mate. Keep pushing through.
Because I haven't suffered any bad losses, so.
No, not even close.
I haven't been really hurt in the ring, so. And I still feel good.
Still look good. You don't have all the smashed up. And honestly, I do it. It's one of the toughest things about being a fight fan is knowing, hey man, is people are wearing punishment. Like this isn't but it's also the same with being a rugby league fan, man. Like so Eli Katoa, thoughts and press that Tongan guy, like it's people will say that to me sometimes, man, you love boxing and UFC so much. And I'm like, I also like rugby league, hockey balls smashing into, like everything takes a level of it. But you've never, is that a training style? Like I've observed the Georges, Torchy, Cairo, Sean, they're pretty small guys, but they've got this very sort of defensive and elusive style. So do you think that's helped protect it? How do you think it's been? Because
I don't know how it is. Maybe just because I'm left-handed and I can dodge punches a bit different than other people.
But you're never really wearing that. But you don't go in there to wear.
I always try and fight a smart fight. Yes, I don't want to go in. That's why I never take big risks to try and bowl them over or anything, because their risk is coming back at you.
You're not leaving yourself open to get caught and take the punishment just to do it. How do you find that being in a southpaw? Were you always naturally were you left-handed?
I'm left-handed. So I just turned up, sending you guys stances, whatever stance you are. And I think I looked around and I was the only one standing that way. I was like, oh, yeah, cool.
You'd have been used to it. And how does it, do you think it gives an advantage being a southpaw?
Oh, it does.
And then, so after Jack Bowen?
I can't remember who I fought after him. I think we came back home and fought Josh again.
I think it was Josh and Thames. Then was there another fight, or is then
maybe it was just straight to China?
Yes, that's right. Yes, because then there was a break between the China. So that was tell us about China. I remember I saw a bunch of stuff on the socials. It was
the guy that I fought, Jack Bowen, his manager. Jack Bowen was meant to fight this fight in China. But Jack hurt himself or something, and he rang Sean up, and I was just like, oh, yeah, cool. I'm keen.
And so is that just the benefit of the team? I mean, I even remember the commentary watching that Jack Bowen fight. I was back home and I was, watching on pay-per-view and that, and the guys there were saying, oh man, these guys are really friendly, they're good, like they did, the team got a good rep, so they so they sort of passed the opportunity on to you guys.
Yeah. And I think that guy, his promoter, he liked the way that I fought too.
Yeah, that's cool. And so what was it like going, so you were off to fight the Chinese champ? Yeah, 1 billion people versus 5 million. So
It was a bit of a hype, eh?
Yeah.
And that's just opportunities, you know, and I couldn't turn that down.
Yeah.
I got sent to, Sean rang me up, bro, you want to fight here?
Yeah.
And I think I was having beers at the time too when he rang me up too.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, cool. Chuck the beers away.
Yeah,
cool.
Back on the path.
And then I remember going home, and then my dad was there, and I told him, and I said, oh, want to come to China?
Yeah.
He was like, hey. I was like, here, look, I got this fight. Showed him the person on BoxRec, and he's like, oh, yeah, when are we going?
Yeah.
I was like, cool. And that was us.
And so for people is, you're going, you've done it, you're obviously still working, you're looking after the kids, but what sort of package do they put, and you don't have to tell exactly, but you know, when they say, hey, do you want to come over to China and fight our guy? Are they going to pay for your flights over, a hotel? Like, what do they sort of do?
So they paid our flights for me, Sean, and my dad. They paid for food for the whole week.
Yeah.
You know, and there was breakfast, lunch, dinner. The place where we stayed was like a 5-star hotel, so I just stayed in the hotel while everyone else went out and ate because I couldn't eat.
Yeah. Oh, you're cutting weight?
Cut weight all week. And then, they pay for the fight.
Yeah.
You know, you get a little purse.
Yeah.
But we were fighting for a title. That was the main thing. We were fighting for a WBO Oriental title. Light heavyweight was a light heavy title because the guy couldn't make super middle.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't even make light heavy.
Yeah, so he still came in overweight. Yeah, so what did he end up coming in
I
at?
think it was like 82 kgs.
And so you're walking around at 85, you know, like, so, and so what will you normally cut down to?
So for super middle, I cut to 76.
Yeah.
But for that one, I had to cut to 79.
Yeah.
It's a cut off.
So you cut to 79 and he still turned up at 82?
Yeah.
Yeah, classic. What city was it? Chongshin. Sounds it. There's like millions of people.
Yep.
What was it like? Is it? Yeah.
It was huge, and it was always busy.
Yeah.
All night. Like, you couldn't even sleep at night because everyone's downtown, all busy as. Sounds like they're working at like 3 o'clock in the morning. You hear kids running around. I don't know. And then we're walking around town, and there's a school, and there's still kids at school.
At night?
At night time. It was so busy.
Yeah.
Everything, there was always something going on.
Advanced over there, like the cars and the stuff, or like what was it like? Was it sort of,
It was sort of like village type, but city, in the city, you know, like big ass towers and big ass buildings, but down here was all little markets and everything.
Street food and
street food everywhere.
Yeah, interesting. And how was the food to deal with?
Oh, good, nice. I liked it. It was all spicy in this province that it was. All the food is spicy. That's their best thing that they like.
Nice. I enjoy that. I enjoy a bit of spice. Makes me sweat, but you know, whatever. And so, indoor stadium fight?
Yeah. Yep. And the stadium, it was huge, man. We went there when we first turned up. They took us to where we were going to be fighting, and, you know, it looked like run down.
Yeah.
It looked real run down. It was big ass area, but, you know, heaps of scaffolding and all that. And then we come back 2 days later, and it was a whole changed building. Big TVs up everywhere.
Really? Yeah.
Ring, and the arena was all set up. It looked flash as these guys can work over there.
Yeah, they're just amazing. I mean, it comes up on my feed sometimes. It's just like what the Chinese can do in 24 hours. Yeah. It's like
crazy. It's crazy.
We'd just put out a few road cones.
So I went for a run in the morning. Over there, and on the side of this bank was like all these rocks and stuff, and dirt is like this big hill, and they had people turn up, and they all put their bags on the corner, all the workers, and then they were out there chopping away all this stuff, all these rocks just by hand, and they're all like walking down, cleared it all up, and it was dirt by lunchtime when I seen, and then later on that night they had rolled out grass on it, trees all planted. Crazy.
Okay, so they work so hard. It's so cool. Friendly?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always said that it's super friendly. I've never been. It would be cool. And what was the sort of crowd like over there?
Well, no one speaks English
Yeah.
anywhere.
No.
So that was a hard thing. We're just walking around with our phones. Hey, this, please.
Yeah.
But no, it was good.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so so you guys were at the top of the card. How many others were on there?
I think it was good, like 10 fights.
Wow.
Yeah.
Similar to us. So was it like
No, it was all pros.
all
Yeah, they
pros? So
were all
all pros. Wow. And then was it corporate tables around the ring, or was it all just stands? How you know?
It was all just seats and stands.
Yeah.
No corporate tables. I heard that they just give the tickets away too
Yeah.
to the workers or whoever was walking around.
They just sort of put it on as
Just try
entertainment.
to make it look like they've sold it out or something. I don't know. Cool though.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, why not? Sometimes I think, a few of our sports could do, do with that is get them along. And so that ended up as a draw,
Yep.
or a decision draw or something, which is, I hope that judge is all right. I don't know about being under the communist China. He might have been making the wrong decision putting down Francis's name for it. But what was it like fighting this guy? Like, how was his style comparative to up until now? You've only fought Kiwis and Kiwis and Aussies.
Yeah. He had sort of like a bully type of style.
Yeah.
So I just had to box.
Yeah.
And it was a good fight up until maybe 5th, 6th round, and I hurt my hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hurt my hand good. I tried to throw an overhand. I never throw overhands, but I got told, throw it. And
Yeah.
I thought, why not? Bang, threw it, and it landed good, but it hurt, man. Boom. And then I was like, oh, throw it again. And I just went to throw it again, but then the hand was just dead.
Yeah. So did you break your hand or the knuckle?
Yeah, I broke the hand over here
Oh, yeah.
and tore the ligaments all in the thumb.
Oof.
And when we pulled the glove off, it was a big balloon under there.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And so that just slowed it down, really.
Yeah.
So were you
Slowed down.
controlling that at that point, do you feel? Because obviously, for a draw, what are we looking at? Was one judge probably went, 75-75. One judge went 76-74, and one judge went 74-76.
Yep.
So literally, it will have been like that.
Yeah.
There's one round in it.
I thought it
So
was like back to back. It was a good close fight too.
yeah,
Yeah. And yeah, it did slow down a lot after that because I couldn't really hit the hand properly.
yeah,
I was sort of just touching it then.
yeah. So did you just have to evade on that one? Like, was he still coming forward, or did he start gas?
But I the adrenaline was fired up, so it didn't affect too much. I could still just hit it
Yeah,
try to do something.
yeah. And then so coming back to New Zealand. So would that been at the end of
November
November? So November
5.
No, because we're November 25 now. So when that fight would have been November 2023.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the China fight.
25th of November.
Yeah. You were right then. And so that was a pretty long. So did you actually have anything going on in 2024 then?
When I had the broken hand.
Yeah, when you had the broken hand.
Then I was on ACC for
Yeah,
go back to work because I couldn't open a door or turn a key or anything. So I actually I jumped in a course.
Yeah.
I jumped in a PT course because I thought, why not? I've got this knowledge on the boxing,
Yeah.
and I might as well go and advance it some more.
Yeah.
And I was almost there. We were just down to the business sides of things, and then bloody, my dad was in that accident, and then I just never went back there.
And do you think that is the case? I was actually looking back over Jack Bowen's Instagram feed, and he's just all one-on-one coaching, doing all this sort of stuff. So he's already he's still acting, but he's pivoting to that.
Yep.
Do you foresee that as pivoting in towards the coaching and the PT style?
I want to do it in Paeroa.
Yeah.
Bring it back to Paeroa because I got a lot of experience and I just want to share it around.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I just hold it on to myself.
No, I think it's great. I was thinking about it earlier when we were talking martial arts, and I was thinking about I don't think they're called senseis, I think master or whatever, in Taekwondo, but John Sorden, as he was huge. When I joined that, I would have been 17. I was looking, what should I do? And he was the man. He's 30, he'd been doing it for ages, he'd been to world champs multiple times.
Yep.
And this was still, so this would have been late 90s. So this is well before UFC or anything's taken off. Taekwondo is massive in New Zealand. It's pretty much full contact, but you can't kick below the bait. So it's tough. And, you know, like tough guys going for it. And that he was very, and I was like, man, this dude's the man. I'm going to be like John. And I think that's a huge part, you know, like, and it's within any sort of the fight sport, martial arts community, is the amount of dudes that, you know, like, let's shout it out, Coach Sean once again, you know, like he earns nothing off it. It's all just koha, come along, and he just coaches so many people. And on one side, people are like, oh, you're learning to fight. And you're like, yeah, but trust me, fighters fight a lot less than non-fighters. You know, like when you can go and take your aggression out on the bags, you can see what's going on. You're a whole lot less likely to pick fights. I mean, there's even a couple of the boys I've seen, they're still training, they're the teens, and they've turned, you know, they were on one side of the fence, you know, probably on the wrong side of the tracks, and they're now on the right side, just like spend the energy, hang out with the right and things. But yeah, being able to give back through training, and then through the physical training is only obviously one part, but it's also all the mental training and the strength that you can impart to people via the method of it. Yeah, so that's certainly on the agenda.
Yeah, hopefully, once I'm finished with the fighting, I think it'll be a bit hard to try and start that up and fight. Yeah,
but it's cool. Oh, well. Message it, but yeah, I think that's it. It's being able to give it back and give it back to the things. So that's it. It was a tough 2024, right?
Yeah.
So you take a tough loss, you know, like break the hand. Your father passes, so you go through all of that. Coach Sean, and what stopped you at that point, even of just like, for a lot of guys be like, man, that was a good career. I won a couple of titles, I got a couple of bouts, I've done it. Maybe it's time for Francis to kick back, crack another beer, you know, and talk about the glory days and just work. What, you know, how tempting was it at that point to just feel like maybe?
No, I don't know. Because like, even though I was in that dark time, I still wanted to go back. I really wanted to go back, but I couldn't get myself to cross over and go back to the gym. And I still had it in me.
Yeah.
Still want it.
Yeah. And so then that little bit of a push got into it. That's awesome. So I think, yeah, just offer it, you know. For you, obviously, Coach Sean had enough, you know, come back to the gym. But, you know, like, you see a mate, you see someone do it, it's just get him out. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a catch-up, you know. Let's do something. Yep. But Robbie Berridge, New Zealand legend, you know.
Big fight to come back to.
Yeah, massive fight to come back to. I'd followed his career. He was a couple of years below me in school. We went to the same school.
Yep.
And Vasco, his coach, me and him were mates through school. So we used to sit in class together, get in trouble together. He's a good guy. So I followed him when he was at Redline Combat, and I think that's still where Vasco coaches. Yep. So shout out to those guys. But he'd gone down to Otahonga Boxing Club, and he'd started. So, and he used to be ferocious. I know he was one of those ones, even super strong, massively into the kettlebells. Yeah. So no easy fights in New Zealand. So how did you prepare and get your mindset ready for take on Rob Berridge?
Yeah, a lot of training was done at home, eh?
Yeah.
A lot of training was done at home. You know, and I'd just go to the gym the days that I was needed to go. But a lot of stuff I done by myself.
Yeah. So what took us through a training that you'd go at home?
I just would work most days.
Yeah.
Like train in the morning, and then train at lunchtime, train in the afternoon, hitting the bag, doing whatever weights I have at home.
Yeah. So let's just go it through, because I don't think people quite grasp this. If you're not, start following Francis Waitai Instagram, and then you'll be like, I need to work harder. I'm constantly seeing you up the top of Primrose Hill in Paeroa at like 3:59 a.m. So what sort of running, you know, so what do we do? What time are we waking up?
So I had to get up extra early that day because we've been doing a bit of overtime at work, and they start at 5.
Yeah.
So that makes me have to get up a whole hour early if I want to run before work.
Yeah.
It's just my mind. I gotta, you know, get as much of my free time.
Yeah.
and work in those times that I can.
Yeah.
You know, because then I got work, and that takes a whole chunk away of the day.
Yeah.
You know, I can train there. I can do whatever I can to try and to stay strong there. And then after work, try and hang out with the family for as long as I can, and then back to training.
Yeah. And so when training at home, will you skip, shadow box, weights? Running.
Yeah.
Running, weights, bag work.
Mm.
Yeah, nice. And so how long are you running for? How many Ks are you doing in the average morning?
5.
5K?
Just over 5.
Yeah. I did, I remember one time, it was a couple of years ago, that you gave yourself the present to run from Paeroa to Te Araha for your birthday.
Ran to work here.
That's it. Happy birthday, bro. So how'd the fight go? So that was a War of the Waikato card.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was it fighting a dude like Robert?
It was good. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I never fear them like too much, you know. It's like that's the whole build up is being scared.
Yeah.
The whole build up to every fight, you know, you got a bit of nerves and everything, and I just knew that I trained hard. I was in good shape.
Yeah.
I was in good shape for that fight too, and it was light heavy, so I didn't have to cut much.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, nice. And then you almost stopped him. Was it the second or the third round?
Yeah.
And then it flipped around. He almost stopped you in the third round. So
one of the best punches I've gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then did you make the decision, like, should I better fight a smart fight from then on in?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was punching a lot harder than I normally do too.
Yeah.
I just had to let go of some stuff, and yeah.
And what was that like? I know often after you take on the win, the crowd, I mean, you've got a already really strong fan base and that and the haka, but what was the sort of, what was the emotions after everything that had happened in the last year after getting that win and being back in the game?
Oh, just a bit of relief, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, slight bit of relief.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like, yep, this is what I want to do.
And so
just carry on fighting.
It's interesting how the highs often, you got to go through the lows to hit the highs. So 2024, definitely low, from that. And so what was that been? March, roughly, this year you'd fought Robert Berridge?
Last year.
Last year, March.
It was November.
November last year.
November
so year
30th. So it was a year after so I'd been out of the ring for a year.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then who was next after that? Was that back into, so it would have been March or April, then we were back in Thames, is it?
And I fought Adrian.
Adrian, Taiha, and that was another tough fight as well.
Tough fight, yep.
I think that's the same again, is that was super tough in the early rounds. You can find that one on YouTube. I commentated that one if anyone wants to hear my brother Sean and I's efforts at that. We were offered a chance and I said, why not? It was very cool. But at any moment, those dudes could knock you out.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're always going. They're always throwing. They're always doing it. If you just sit back and go, oh, I've had a good time.
Yeah. You have to box smart all the
time. So, Taiha, was there another fight or was the next one Mickey Haug?
No, there was another fight and that was for the IBO title. This
is Taj, yeah. So within 4 weeks.
This was 4 weeks away from that fight against Adrian. And and I had to fight Tej Singh.
Yeah.
Taj Singh, far out. And he was another scary fight, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's either me or him.
Yeah, and so he's coming over from Australia as well.
Yep.
And I think that's the thing, is there's belts on the lines, there's prestige. All of these guys, when you're going into the ring, is one person's career is going up, one's going down, and they know what it's worth. It. Some of the older guys like Taiha or Taj, they're like, if I can take out Francis, I've got another good 2 or 3 paydays in front of me.
Yep.
If they lose, I don't know how many, what's going on. But there's a huge change around in what's going on. So there's always a lot on the line.
Yeah.
For it. Yeah, and Taj, that was a late night.
It was late too.
Yeah, it was. It was real late. I was there. I'm not sure quite what happened with that card of why it seemed to drag so long with the corporates.
Heaps of corporates, eh?
Yeah, just heaps of corporates.
I think it might have been like 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were fighting the next day.
It would have been better for him because, coming from Aussie time.
Yeah.
I'm already in bed at that time.
Yeah, I know, so am I. It was tough. So, and what's that like when you're just waiting down below?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I never even look at time or anything. I just waiting for that time in the ring. And
Yeah.
so I just chill out and relax.
Yeah. And then that went well, obviously, the IBO. And so, Mickey Howell, so you won this one.
Yep.
Were you then approached by the Combat Sports Network,
I was
CSN?
approached by Oz,
Yeah.
who runs the BX9 show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And they rang us up. They wanted to put on a title fight.
Yep.
You know, they wanted a cool title fight to headline their show.
Yep.
And they asked Sean or would Francis be keen.
Yeah.
I think this might have been like 8 weeks or 6 weeks apart.
Yeah.
That Tej fight.
Yeah.
And then Sean rang me up and said, bro, yeah, this is a big opportunity again, bro. Like, take this. And I was like thinking like, oh man, we only just got this.
Yeah.
All right. And then I was like, oh yeah, okay then, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, Mickey Helgers. So, and that was probably one of the first ones. You had Tangi, you had a few of these Aussie guys, but what was he, like 7-0 or something?
Yeah.
You know,
he was
7-0, undefeated. He was massively coming up the ranks.
Yep,
He was
never-
possibly one of their guys, you know?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought I was just getting picked to just,
Yeah.
you know, they wanted their guy to win and all this stuff. That's what I was thinking in my mind. So I sort of had an angry approach to it.
Yeah. And so what did you have on the line out of the titles? Wasn't
Just
it?
the IBO.
Just the
That
IBO?
I just got.
Yeah. But also, I mean, obviously reputation, everything was on the line for that one. I think they got a bit of bad luck with that one, just in terms of the crowd, as it still got it good. But Kai Carter France turned out to be fighting the same afternoon as that one overseas, so that was tough. You know, they could do, but when you're promoting and putting on a show, it's going to be hard when you've got both things on at the same time. It's like people having a birthday party when the All Blacks are playing. So, but how was that fight? You know, like, so coming in, instead of fighting some, you know, like you're often fighting these older, but, you know, like really experienced dudes with lots of matches under their belt. They're crafty, they've got their tricks and that. Whereas Mickey Howell, he was coming in, but a more of a young, fresh bulldog approach to it.
Same thing, I like, you know, nervous.
Yeah.
Nervous leading up to it. Come weigh in,
Yeah,
I just snapped and changed.
yeah,
Like, no, we're here now.
yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. Yeah, and then what was your views of that
The
fight?
I
Yeah,
thought it went really good.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought it went real good.
Yeah, I think we might have said it earlier, but I watched it just on TV, you know, paid for the stream. Always pay for the stream, it helps everyone. Is the comments, you know, Junior Fast, some of these people, they hadn't heard of it. They'd known Mickey Howell.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he's fighting out of Auckland. He's more in that scene. You're down in, you know, Paeroa, might end the metropolis. Coming from the Waikatos, they're thinking he's going to take it, and probably by a knockout or something.
Yeah.
First few rounds, you guys are sort of figuring it out. It's relatively even. You're starting to get the upper hand. They're starting to go, oh, this Francis Waitai, he's no joke. And as your, you know, ring name, the Punisher, I really like that one. That really came on. As you just didn't let him up. And I think that was it, is they made it obvious he'd never had more than a 6-round fight. And a bit of the comments beforehand, people were like, hey, there's the more experienced boxing fans were like, hey, when people are like, oh, Mickey Howell's got this, he's got to take this out and that. It's like, just do Francis. He fights 10-round fights all the time, and he fights all 10 rounds. You know, like there's a difference. Did you think that? Like, okay, I'm just going to drag this dude into deep waters, or just...
Well, you know, if like anything, I've never experienced it to be able to stop someone good or whatever. So I just think if it comes, it comes. But otherwise, we're going 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't mind it.
No.
I don't mind it at all.
That's it. Wow. I think what's super cool now is you also have that you are the king of the knockouts. And so, and that is boxing's a science. It's a sport as well. And so you get the win. And so that was epic. So you really stamped the mark at that point as well. Is probably one of the first. Would that be one of the first times that you're not fighting on a Team George promotion, but it's getting streamed, but you're on the headline? You know, you're not getting, you know, it's not overseas, so it's sort of the first New Zealand one.
Yeah.
And And it looked fresh. They looked like it was well organised and everything was done. So
cool. And they put me right out there, with the cool videos they made.
Yeah, that's it. Well, definitely, we'll tag them in. I think they do a very cool. They do a cool promotion. It's very cool what they're doing, and it's not only you. I know that they've got Sheila on there, and there's a bunch of fighters.
Yep.
So, because even on the card, there's it's like Nick the Greek, and there's somebody. They're putting together a pretty cool card.
Yep.
So next fight then.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
So I'm fighting someone from China.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're bringing them over.
Yeah.
Fighting for a WBA Oceania title. So that's a higher belt to fight for.
Yeah. And so he's ex-IBO champion over there for like an Asia or the China champion. Yep. Yeah, I've seen that it's in there. So, and he's got a similar, I think he's 12-2 or something. A very similar record. So he's going to be coming over. He's Chinese. He's going to be coming over to work hard. Yeah. Like we've just discussed.
That's what they do.
That's all they do. He ain't coming over to lose. No one is. I'd just like to put that to rest. I'm a fan. I've been around. I know it. No one turns up to lose. No one's, like you've seen it. No one's getting paid. No one's taking falls. No one thinks any of that. What's the camp looking like at the moment then?
Oh, well, so I had that last weekend, so that was a good rack up for the body and everything. And this week I've just taken a little bit slow running and everything, but the arms are still a bit sore, but then we'll be back in there on Sunday.
Yeah, nice.
Train hard for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah. And 13th December, Dewdrop Arena. And so, give it a Google, look it up, CSN Watch, follow the Team George promotions. I saw a Team George promo. We'll put it out there and we'll link to any promos or anything, but get the tickets. I know that we're going to be bringing up, me, the kids, Frida. I actually was saying to Frida, we were watching it. Frida's my wife, wife. And she's like, I want to go watch that. I want to watch Francis. She's seen lots of it. It's always a good fun and good event. But we've got the excellent 1 minute scrap in front of it. But let's just say inspire the uninspired.
Yeah.
So
inspire the uninspired.
Yeah.
Because we didn't come from a lot back at home.
No.
If you can work hard enough.
Yeah.
There's something out there.
Yeah. And I think that's it. I find it inspiring just watching it with you, and I get my inspiration from lots of places, but it certainly does and I would say that boxing is just only one of the things that you're doing successfully in it. And so just give it a moment. Shout out, how are the kids?
Hey.
How are the kids?
Good. Kids are good.
Yeah.
They're growing.
Yeah. How old now? Or how many?
9. I got 4.
Yeah. What's that? 9?
No. Oldest is 9, and then 8, and then 4, and then 8 months. Yeah. 9 months.
Awesome.
Heaps of fun.
Yeah. Kids are awesome. So anything else? I mean, we've got Te Rapa cars. I know they've been behind it. They've always been good to you. I know, and some come and go, and I think that is the case for it, is because boxing's, it's not a season, they're often one off. I know that Jay Nottingham, JDN, good guy, so he helped it out. He was definitely behind on the Bearage fight and a couple of others.
With the No Bullshits.
No Bullshits, we love it. We're always down. Well, I'm always keen supporting just the never surrender. And in the gym, I love it in terms of, I'll try it, the co-popper, of just how Sean puts in so much effort to train all these people, and it's just, you pay what you can afford. And that's it. And that just makes it so, especially for the teenagers or the kids, as we know,
and it's hard out there for a lot of these families,
It is, and you look at
to chuck on the training like that, so cheap,
Oh, and it's so good, and it's like
good. Just trying to get people off the street.
Yeah, get people off the street, or be able to just do it with the kids. And like, bless it, I love the martial arts, but man, it can be expensive when you got to buy yourself a gi or a gi. You got to do all these things. So just being able to wear the clothes, go in there, give it a crack. you know, our mate Andrew, he has his moments, our English friend, but, you know, like he organises, you know, all the gear and all these things, all these funding trusts. Trent from Three Brothers ITM, that was fun when they did the weigh-in. He's always been supportive. Who else? We got to shout anybody else out there whilst we keep thinking these things through that have been supporting over their things.
Oh man, there's been heaps, and there's a lot of people that help me, but they don't want no shout outs, you know. I got our mate from the gym, Hayden, he helps me out, and he's been buying me supplements every month.
Yeah, man.
And that's $200 or $300 that I don't have to pay for anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so I've got all my supplements from him. I got my mate from Hauraki Hives honey.
Yeah.
Levi and his whānau, they hook me up with honey every month too, a whole box, you know, and we use that every day.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, we've said it a few times, but obviously the Georges, they're always in the corner.
The team, Team George.
Team George, so they're doing it. That's it. I mean, it's always been great. We've even got Wayne. He's helping out, running the podcast. You know, he's always been keen as. Wasn't a fight fan. Hasn't really been around the fight game. He's been been introduced to it through the world of Francis and Never Surrender. So in terms of it, often there's some cool gear. I was going to put on my Team Waitai Hauraki singlet. I've got it still, but I only got an XL, and I've been working the gains even more. And Freda's like, what are you trying to do? Have some sort of gun show here? I was like, thanks, love. But often you'll have some merch. You reckon you'll have some merch on the show that you'll be able to have?
I'm hoping to.
Yeah. Now, if we can.
New design.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have a look on my Instagram, Facebook page, and I'll hopefully get something put out within the next month.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, cool. Well, we'll see what I can do. Pix, PYX, ready to go. I know that Andrew's set up a boxing sort of sportswear brand that's helping fund into the things. I know it does his head in sometimes, but he really tries hard to support. He does a lot. It's been... I know this year we got involved with Ngāti Rugby League, which has been pretty cool, seeing the Hauraki Rugby League, the Ngāti Rugby League, because same thing, they got done, they needed help with the jerseys, and I was like...
Yep, I've seen them running around.
Yeah.
The kids, so they look good.
Yeah, they look good, and I was like, I can find the money, I'll do something for it, you know. I was like, man, there's 120 kids roughly, they needed a raise, so bunch of money anyway, and if they couldn't get that, they'd have no jerseys, and then there isn't. So I was like, all right, we'll help it out, we'll do it, because I was like, man, I know those jerseys will get use, and it's just great for the kids, and I've been there, and so it's just so cool to be able to help them and see that out, and good companies. I think that's it, just for anybody that does. If you see companies that are supporting these local teams, that's money directly out of the pocket of the owners. You know, like. And so they're choosing, because it's not all local businesses by any stretch. There's a certain one that's just like, we're prepared to forego the profits to reinvest back in on the belief that it does sort of circle back round, but it doesn't necessarily. You know, like I don't sell a huge amount of sheds, you know, like high-end steel sheds into the boxing community. But it's like, I know that by helping out with the T-shirts, helping out the rugby league kids over in Nadia, it's just the right thing to do. And then that motivates me when I can't be bothered. You know, you're like, get up, work hard, make sure it's going to be happening. So we're going to follow that along. Yeah, otherwise it's obviously shout out to the king of the knockouts, Dan Hooker, you guys. There's all these crazy dudes. What was it? What was the guy behind the...
Mr. Money.
Mr. Money.
Mr. Money.
If you need yourself some bling and some chains, you've got to go to Mr. Money. Completely custom. So, yeah, anything else?
Nah, I think that's me.
Yeah. So what's, out of all the sheds that you've trained in, all the different ones, what's your favourite shed that you've been in?
Oh, the new one.
The new one? Yeah. It's epic, eh? Yeah, well done to Sean and Andrew. I haven't actually been. I got to go. I've been too busy training here and working.
It's changed a lot now.
Yeah,
I'm a whole different place.
Yeah, I will get along. Mike's coming out. He's finished uni. He's told Jack, bring your gloves back from Dunedin. We're getting back into the gym. So, that's awesome. All right. Thank you, Francis, brother.
Thank you, Jace.
It was awesome.
Me.